Hello everyone, my name is Kiren Nair, matrix number 261467. Today I'll be presenting about construction process. In this construction process, the first one we'll be talking about project life cycle. The second one is activities involved during construction project. The third one is key players. The fourth one is project planning and control. And the fifth one is a successful construction. Now, what is construction process? The process of purchase begins with a client who has need for a facility. The nature of risk is influenced by this process of purchasing construction. The construction process may be subdivided into the stages considered below. In this construction process, there are certain stages required. The first stage is called as conceptual stage, where the clients identify the need for the items of construction and appoints and brief consultants who study the clients and access the feasibility. The second one is called design stage, where the concept of the project is further developed and production information and contract documentation prepared. Tenders are called. The third one is called construction stage. This is where a production program are prepared and construction carried out on site. Now, the last one is called operation and maintenance stage, which is where the completed building or work is maintained, required or altered as required over the course of its life. Now, in project life cycle, there are four different stages. The first one is called project initiation stage. This is where we understand all the goals, the priority, the deadline, and risk of the project. The second one is called the project planning stage. This is where outline the task and timeline required to execute on the project. The third one is called the project execution stage, where you turn all your plans into action and monitor the project performances. Now the last one is called the project closure stage, which is where we analyze the results, summarize the key learning, and plan for the next step. Now in this project life cycle, we need to also understand the client interest, the level of enthusiasm or concern expressed by the project intended by customers. And then we have project task, where the amount of corporate investment in the project, the longer the life, the greater the investment. And then we have uncertainty, the degree associated with the project, and uncertainty is the highest at the beginning because many challenges has yet to be identified, let or addressed. And then we have creativity. In this creativity, we'll be identifying the degree of innovation required by the project, especially during development phase. And last is resources, the commitment of financial, human, and technical resources over the life of the project. So all these are the most important stages in a project life cycle. Now in these activities at various stages of a construction project. The first one is inception. In this stage, clients consider project requirements, acquire land, set up project teams, appoint and brief architects or engineers. The second one is outline proposal, make general proposal, architect apply for outline of planning approval, briefing. And then we have schema design. Architect finalizes the brief, prepares sketch designs which are submitted to the client for approval. And then we have tender. We invite the tenders recommended to clients. Clients sign a contract with a successful bidder. Last but not the least, project planning. Prepares a program for the project. Mobilizes resources for construction on site. And then we have site operation. This is where the main contractor or subcontractors transform the production information into physical facility, site meeting, application for a final certificate, and also architects and engineers issue payment certificate periodically on the recommendation of the quality surveyor. On completion, architect applies for a temporary occupation license. And then we have operation, where all faults becoming evident during the detectability period are made good by the contractor. Quantity surveyor prepares the final account for the project. Clients arrange for the management and maintenance of the facility. Now let's talk about the key players in construction project. The first one is the designer or estimator. It can be the architect or the planner, civil and constructional engineers, the mechanical and electrical engineers, and the last one is quality surveyor, which is also known as QS. And then we have construction, which is the main constructor and the subconstructors. And then we have the owners or the employers. Then we have talk about project planning and controlling. Now in project planning and controlling, the main objective is, first one is arrange the activities appropriately. Second one is contract administration. And then we have make a realistic time scheduling. Implement time and cost controlling. Make a resource estimation and planning. Now let's talk about construction planning. Construction planning is a fundamental and challenging activity in the management and execution of construction projects. It involves the choice of technology, the definition of work tasks, the estimation of required resources, and duration for individual tasks. Also, the identification of any interaction among the different work tasks. Now, a good construction plan is the basis for developing the budget and the schedule forward. Now, developing the construction plan is a critical task in the management of construction, even if the plan is not written or otherwise formally recorded. In this execution of construction planning, the organization mission, objective, goals, and strategies will be determined. Now let's talk about a basic process in construction planning. Now the first one is project charter scope. This is where we'll be specifying the scope requirement of the project to facilitate creating the WBS. The second one we have project schedule. This is where we'll be listing the entire schedule of the activities, detailing their sequence of implementation. The third one is called project resource. This is where indicating who will do what work at which time, and if any special skills that needed to accomplish the project task. The fourth one we have project budget and cost. This is where we'll be specifying the budgeted cost to be incurred at the completion of the project. And then we have project quality, where we'll be assessing quality criteria to be used in the project. And then we have project risk, which is where we'll be planning the possible risk and considering optional contingency plan and mitigation strategies. The last one is called project communication. This is where we'll be designing the communication strategies with all the project stakeholders. Next, let's talk about construction control. In this construction control, all the construction work will be monitored by a project manager. And then based on the work program, they will see the work program as planned versus the actual progress. They will compare. And then we'll have IT, where we need to use Microsoft Project and Primavera, sometimes Excel. Now these are the software they'll use in construction. And then also they'll monitor the cash flow, financial progress, inspection and observation, physical progress. So all these are the construction control. Now in this project control, there are certain procedures. Now the first procedure is called project plan. This is where all the plan will be happening. Then we have project implementation, where all the plans in paper will be brought in action. And then we have measurement of work performances. This is where they will check all the individual tasks or group tasks, and they will measure the performances in the task. And then we have project control. This is where the project manager, he or she will check all the individual tasks, group tasks. And then we have project updating. This is where we need to update to the owner how the progress is going on with the project. Now, not to forget, there are certain elements in this project controlling. Now, the first element is called forecasting. The second element is called action plan. The third one, budget. The fourth one, milestone. And the last one is tools. In these tools, they'll be using WBS, Gantt chart, or bar chart. Now the last one is a successful construction. In this successful construction, there are certain criteria that you need to know. The first one is most important one, within budget. You have to make sure your construction project is within the budget, not more, not less. The second one is on time. You need to deliver the project on time at the time that you promised. The third one is meet owner's specified needs and requirements. Whatever the owner wants, you deliver at the best. The fourth one is work with flexibility. There is no tension, there is no rushing in work, and everything goes smoothly and flexibly, and that's where the work will be successful. Now that's all from me. Thank you. Have a great day and stay safe.